To all the people who are in the coastal Orissa, a windy good morning, happy windy good morning. And the people who are in interiors or maybe the hilly parts of Odisha, a happy breezy morning. There must be cool breeze going on in summer, right? So, welcome. So, we all know that this session actually got started because I was a little skeptical whether people would have enough amount of network connectivity to connect with the classes or not. I was not very sure of it. To all the people who are in the coastal Orissa, a windy good morning, happy windy good morning. And the people who are in interiors or maybe the hilly parts. Mhm. Thank you. This happens when we go for a record. So we're going to continue with our studies. In the previous sessions, we had been learning about impersonal verbs, right? We learned about pronouns. So my net is slow, but I'm able to join, but sometimes it was disconnected. It'll happen. If it happens, it's okay. It's quite usual. So in the previous class, we spent our time to learn, if you remember, we learned about impersonal verbs, impersonal pronouns, like it's fine, it's winter, all right? Personal pronoun is used instead of a noun. So it must be of the same number, gender, or person as the noun for which it stands. For example, Rama is a kind boy. He has lent his bicycle to Govind. He has lent his bicycle to Govind. You see here that we are matching he with Rama because Rama is a boy. So this is matching with gender. Rama is a single individual. So we are using he, not they. So this is matching of number. And Rama is the third person. So we use the third person pronoun, not I or you. So in this way, this is called matching. In English grammar, we call it as rules of agreement or rules of concord, where these three things must match. Those beggars are idle. They refuse to work for their living. So here, those beggars is the subject, and they're replaced by they. They refuse to work. They refuse to work. So they matches for those beggars. Those beggars is plural. Those beggars is plural. They is plural. Those beggars are third person. They is third person. So this is matching with number and person. When a pronoun stands for a collective noun, it must be in singular number and neuter gender. Collective noun. What is a collective noun? A noun that represents a group of individuals, a group of things, right? Group of individuals or group of things, right? So like, for example, the army. The army had to suffer terrible privations in its march. The army had to suffer terrible privations in its march. What is the root? What is the meaning of the word privation? Privation means poverty. For example, if you know Indian National Army created by Subhash Chandra Bose. So Subhash Chandra Bose created Indian National Army from the war prisoners with the help of the war prisoners. When they started to march towards India, they had many success stories. They covered Burma. They entered into interiors of India, and by the time they reached near Assam, suddenly, suddenly there was a lot of rain, storm, and Japan had lost the war. So under such privation because now Japan was not able to supply Subhash Chandra Bose with the necessary arms, ammunitions, bombs, and shells so that he could continue the war. So in such a privations means poverty. Okay, the army had to suffer. The fleet will reach its destination in a week. Fleet. What do you mean by fleet? Fleet is a combination of some ships. Ships, they create a fleet. So the fleet will reach its destination in a week. Means the fleet of the ships is targeting to reach somewhere, and within 1 week, it will reach there. The crew mutinied and murdered its officer. Mutiny. Mutiny, M-U-T-I-N-Y, like the Sepoy mutiny, is basically a noun, but it can also be used as a verb. Mutiny means an open rebellion. An open rebellion. खुल्लम खुल्ला विद्रोह करना, किसी के विरुद्ध खड़े होना. This is called mutiny. So the crew, what does it mean by crew? Crew can be the members of the ship or the members of an aeroplane who are there with the captain or the sailor. The captain of the aeroplane has a crew of co-pilot, stewards, air hostesses, etc., flight engineers who are there to assist in the flight process. That is a crew. Similarly, in a submarine, you may have a crew. In a ship, on a ship, you may have a crew. So the crew mutinied means revolted and murdered its officers. After a few minutes, the jury gave its verdict. Jury. Jury is a collective noun. Its verdict. Its. The word its refers to jury. Then what is a jury? Jury was a system prevalent beforehand in present Indian or international legal system in many countries. Jury system is not there. Whenever the case has to be decided, there is a judge. A judge is there to decide upon the case. But previously, there used to be some members of the society. There could be some rich, powerful, and influential people of the society who were given the work to be present when the meeting goes on or when the court trial goes on. So as the court trial goes on, the judge will instruct them to listen to the court case. And the jury was giving a democratic voting, means how many people support that the criminal should be accused with the crime, convicted for the same, and how many people are against it. These were our design, right? So this is called jury. Jury system. Okay, now those of you who have joined the movie club, okay, or maybe movie, better use, if you have joined the movie watching club, then the movie that is given for the teenagers and the adult, that is 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry Men is a British movie. Actually, there the jury system is shown, how jury system works. So anyway, so jury is again a collective noun of civil people who are present in the courtroom while any verdict is being given. If the collective noun conveys the idea of separate individuals comprising the whole, the pronoun standing for it must be of the plural number. Let us give an understand as an example. You see here, remember, this is again very important because here people make mistakes. The army is a collective noun of soldiers. The fleet is a collective noun of ships, and the crew is a collective noun of members. Jury is a collective noun of civil people. But when we are talking about army, fleet, or crew, we consider this collective noun to be one. It's march. That means I consider about the army together. I consider about the army together, right? Collective noun. Fleet, collective noun. Crew, collective noun, but it behaves like a singular. But sometimes it may happen that these nouns would come up, excuse me, Sometimes the term collective noun may refer to separate individuals. Example, now suppose there was a battle or a war going on between India and Pakistan. So in a particular battle, some members of the army, they did not have the courage to fight. So they decided to run backwards. They decided to retreat, right? So do you think that the entire army retreated? Do you believe that the entire army is retreating here? Say, no. These are some members. That means I cannot tell about the whole collective noun of army. Some of the army members are retreating. So in this case, we have to use plural. Let's see. The jury was divided in their opinions. Now, why did I say there here? Because now in the group, there are many small groups. The jury is no more a collective singular. The jury is not no more a collective singular. Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Some people are saying neutral. No, it doesn't matter. So like this, you see that here the opinion is divided among the people. When the opinion is divided among the people, we have to use it as a plural. Does anybody understand here? Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So be very clear, because this kind of question sometimes comes in the examinations. You have to find why this is correct or why this is incorrect, or maybe you will have to correct. Then the jury were divided in their opinions. The committee decided the matter without leaving their seats. Now, here the term committee refers to many people. So the committee decided the matter without leaving their seats. So we don't talk about committee as a collective singular. We are talking about the individuals who comprise the committee. We are talking about the individuals which comprise the committee. So there, this is how it goes. Hope everybody understands. When two or more singular nouns are joined by and, the pronoun used for them must be plural. For example, Rama and Hari work hard. They are praised by their teacher. Rama, Hari are two separate individuals. They are joined with and. So now they make it a plural and we say they. Both Sita and Savitri are tired. They have gone home. So here we mark that there is a collectivity of two people. But when two nouns are connected by and, but they refer to one individual, one person, then you have to talk about singular. Let's see. The secretary and treasurer is negligent in his duty. Here you say, I'm not saying the secretary and the treasurer. The secretary and the treasurer. No, I'm saying here, the secretary and treasurer. That means secretary and treasurer are one individual. They're not two people. So that is why we don't say their, we say his duty. But suppose the sentence would have been the secretary and the treasurer. Then I refer to two people. One is a secretary, another is a treasurer. So there we have to use are negligent of their duty. Clear? Everybody understands the rule?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the nouns are singular and they are preceded by each and every, they must be singular. For example, every soldier and each sailor, every soldier and every sailor was in his place. Even though I have joined two words here, every soldier, every sailor, they're joined together by and, however, it refers to singularity. कि हर soldier, हर sailor अपनी जगह पे था, हर sailor अपनी जगह पे था, each. So the singularity the meaning of singularity comes here, we will say his, in his place, not in their place. Even though there is and, we are not going to talk about there. Rule number 126, when two or more singular nouns are joined by or, neither nor, the pronoun is generally singular. Or, for example, Ramesh or Hari, Rama or Hari must lend his hand. Here, when I say Rama or Hari, I refer to single individual. Ya to Ram karega, ya fir Hari karega. Ya to Rama karibo, nahle Hari karibo. So since it is singularity, we use his hand. Either Sita or Amina forgot to take her parasol. Either Sita or Amina forgot to take her parasol. What is parasol? Parasol means it's a type of umbrella. It's a type of sunshade, you can say. Okay. So whenever people go to say a beach, they take parasols with them. So somebody forgot to took her parasol. You can remember parasol like a sunshade. Neither Abdul nor Karim has done his lesson. So when I talk about neither Abdul nor Karim, actually I'm talking about singularity, one person. Okay, so that is why has taken, has done, then his lesson. So this is how words are constructed, sentences are constructed. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Next, when a plural noun and a singular noun are joined by or. Till now, we have been witnessing that there are two singular nouns joined. Rama is a singular noun. Hari is a singular proper noun. Sita, Amina, they are one. Abdul, Karim, they are one. But if it happens so that there is a plural noun and a singular noun, plural noun and a singular noun joined by or, so what should be the rule then? So in those cases, the arrangement has to be different. We have to first keep the singular noun, okay, and then we have to keep the plural noun, and then we have to make it plural. For example, manager is singular or plural? Manager is
Singular.
singular. Assistants is singular or plural? Plural. So manager, assistants. Manager, assistants. When these two nouns are joined by either or only, you mark that we have to keep the plural in the second position, his assistants in the second position. Either the manager or his assistants failed in their duty. Why are we using their here? Because the second noun is assistants. The second noun, assistants, is a plural. So either the manager or his assistants. You should not make the sentence like the assistants and their manager. No, that's not correct. Always keep the singular noun first. Always keep the singular noun at first and the plural nouns in the second, and then use something that matches the plural. That is how you should do. When a pronoun refers to more than one noun or pronoun of different persons, it must be of first person plural in preference to second, and of second person in plural in preference to third. See, you may find difficulty to remember the rule, but remember the rule is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 means first person first, 2 means then second person, 3 means then third person. When you arrange in the sentence, pehle write first person and the second person and then the third person. This is in singular. But when it comes to see, this sentence is given wrong actually. First person, right? Then the second person. It should begin like, I and you have done our duty. You and Hari have idled away your time. Idled away means wasting in laziness. Idle away means waste in laziness. हमेशा फर्स्ट पर्सन को आगे रखना, फिर सेकंड पर्सन को, फिर थर्ड पर्सन को. Good manners require that you say you and I, not I and you. So that is the reason for which sometimes people may say you and I are good friends. I and you is not incorrect, but there is something like appropriacy. So you need to can also make like you and I. Everybody understands. You and he, dekho, 2, 3. 2 is first. You and he is better, not he and you. Hari and I, not I and Hari. So I believe still there could be little confusion regarding this. I would rather give you a PDF document which you will self-read with the examples so that you would be able to be in a better position to understand the arrangement of multiple pronouns and the singularity and plurality associated with it. You'll get the PDF in a short while. Just read them and just keep it reading, and we will discuss about it in tomorrow's session. Till then, have a good time and goodbye.